this morning, we saw Representative Jaron Crane propose a bill that would establish a task force for the Department of Government Efficiency here in Idaho. I don't know if you caught this. Did you catch this, Brian? We have the tape. Roll it.
It is not lost on me that we would be introducing this RS on Idaho Day. What this is establishing the Department of Government Efficiency, legislative task force. This task force is going to have 3 members of the House of Representatives that'll be appointed by the Speaker. It's going to have 3 members of the Senate that'll be appointed by the Pro Tem. Then it'll have 3 members of the Joint Finance Appropriation Committee that will have 1 member from the House, 1 member from the Senate, and then an additional member from the House or the Senate. This task force is going to go ahead and look at regulatory accountability, budget accountability, and government operations and oversight. The terms will be for 1 year, and this does have a sunset date of 4 years. So they'll get to work pretty quickly and make recommendations to the legislature on what we need to improve as a government to make it more efficient.
Thank you, Representative Crane. Are there questions for Representative Crane? Representative Green.
Thank you, Chairman and Representative Crane. Looking through this really quick, and because I just want to ensure that we have representation from everyone, nowhere in here does it mention a Democrat needs to be on the legislative task force.
Representative Crane, 12.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Representative Green. No, it does not specify any party affiliation. That is true.
Follow-up?
Just a comment. When we haven't done that in the past, there's been task force where we haven't had representation. So it'd be nice to see that amended.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, when there's only 15 Democrats in the entire legislature out of 105 lawmakers, I mean, if we go down to California, which is a one-party state the other way with Democrats in charge, are Republicans going to be given representation on their task forces to figure out what nonsense they want to do?
Yeah.
But when it comes to cutting government, it's probably best not to have Democrats on there.
I mean, maybe one, maybe Gannon. I'd put Gannon on there.
He's a reasonable guy.
Hey, here's the thing though, Brian. One thing that I also would like to see is I'd like to see some citizen involvement in this as well. I mean, I think you or I could sit on that committee, and I mean, I may not contribute as much, but I certainly will offer up support or high fives or what are you? Or I could fulfill the role of a foil and say you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea. I don't know if this is going to go through or not, but interesting comments there from Green. Achilles, Representative Achilles also had a quick quip on this.
Mr. Chairman, just a comment on the motion here. I just spent 30 minutes talking to a 14-year manager at the VA, an Army vet who was fired because he took a promotion a year ago. He was 12 days from ending his probationary status. So if we take on a DOGE task force in the state, let's do it a little more thoughtfully than what's happening at the federal level.
Thank you, Representative Achilles.
Ouch. Ouch. Democrats hate the DOGE.
Yeah, the Democrats do have all sorts of stories of federal workers who, this one shouldn't have been fired or this one shouldn't have been fired. And they're always going to find that. And that's the same thing with employees or with budgets or when we're dealing with state agencies. Every time we say, well, let's cut this one or let's cut that one or let's cut this line item, somebody's going to get up and say, actually, this is so important. This is the most important thing. You better not cut this. But it has to be done. Government's grown way too large and we need to cut it down to size.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right.